Okay, we're just going to do one more video on the basics of materials, and this is going to be mostly helpful when you come to apply materials to your models that you've already created. All right, so because basically the models you've created aren't just going to be primitive shapes like what we've been using already, like just a basic box. Okay, they're edited. So what happens when we add materials to something that's already edited? So I'm going to um, just make a box like this. Just going to make some simple edits to it. So convert it. Let's do like an inset and extrusion. Okay, just something simple just to demonstrate. So let's say this is your model. I'm in the same project, so I've got these are my materials that I made before, remember? So if I apply this one, the one with the bricks that we made first, I'm going to apply that to here. And you can see it looks great if it was just a standard box, but where I've edited it, this surface is now mucked up. That's bugging out. Same on there where it goes inside as well. That's all just screwed up. So that will happen when you apply materials to your already edited models as well. So now we're just going to look at how we're going to fix that. So what you need to do to fix that, select your model, make sure you're at the top level, so you've just got editable poly selected, and then in the modifier list, drop that down. You need to come right down here and just add this thing called a UVW map. So click to add that. Now immediately you'll notice it's even worse than it was before, but that's because we need to change some things here. So you can see I've got different parameters over here. So what you'll find is you've got you can change the mapping basically. So at the moment it's on planar, which is going to be good for a completely flat surface, but this isn't a completely flat surface. So it's also not cylindrical and it's not spherical. Don't worry about shrink wrap. It's more box-like, isn't it? So if we select box, you'll see that it's looking more like we want it to now. So basically it's simple as that. That kind of fixes our problem. So now when we come in here, this inside edge is fine. That outside edge there is fine. It's kind of wrapped itself around the model in a way that we would expect. Okay, so it's kind of the simple fix basically. So, but what if I came in here and I had a material on, but I wanted to do further edits to it. So if I come in here and select polygon, I can see that this has already gone back to where it was. Okay. What you can do is this little thing that's like a test tube. So show end result on off. So if you turn that on, okay, it should, it hasn't, um, show the end result there. That's strange that it hasn't. Okay, not to worry. So let's say I did another edit. So the inset again, see it's causing a lot of problems. It's going to undo that. See if it still does that with this turned on. Yeah, it does. Okay, don't worry. So insert to a bevel or something maybe, whatever it might be, extrude outwards. All right, so when you then come up and select editable poly and then come out of this again, the UVW map calculates everything and wraps the material around the model properly. Okay. Obviously, you might not be using brick for this particular model, but there you are. Okay, and remember, if you want multiple textures, sorry, for one model, then go into the actual polygons. So I might want that bit there to have a different texture on it, in which case just select those, select the texture you want to apply to that. Another one maybe wood, click to apply. Again, that's all stretched until I come out and the UVW map applies itself and the wood is now there. Okay, so yeah, that's how we can fix that. So that's kind of your introduction really to using materials and textures. Now this does get a lot more complicated when it comes to sort of more organic shapes and models and things. And there's lots of different types of materials and things that we can go into, but really those basics will cover most things that you would want to do, particularly when you're just starting out anyway. Okay, so once you get sort of confident with the methods that we've learned from these videos, then you may want to go on to some more advanced stuff. But like I said, for everything that we're going to do, we've done so far, this will be fine. So what I would challenge you to do now is go back to some of the earlier models that you might have created and try using these methods to texture those. All right. And yeah, that's all for now.